is up, y'all? It's me, Tasha C. And in this particular podcast, or another one of many bonus podcasts that y'all have for a while, again, I'm up there doing day 61 of my 365 video journey. If you are, watching / listening to this video through YouTube, or if you, which is the Tasha CTV YouTube channel name, or if you are listening to the podcast, which is speaker first, which I'm using this as my main platform, and also using their podcast creator studio app, or other a different podcast platform. It is the Tasha C show. So, again, as usual, y'all know this is a random show, so it's things just top of my head. Maybe a story time random once in a while, or just entertainment, just things to think of. Like I said, it's not a particular thing, but it's just told by my perspective. Now, anyway, y'all, just to let y'all know in advance, if it's your first time listening, okay, like I said, always shout out my podcast, my YouTube fam who have been supporting, watching, and listening to these podcasts / videos. And for the future people who will be listening in the future, I thank you. I appreciate it. I still got a while to go, but I appreciate now who has been supporting and listening to my show and in the future. Also, just like I said, to let y'all know, sometimes y'all will be hearing sounds notifications, and I repeat this, for new people who will be listening, that because I'm using the app, which is through the uses of my cell phone, you might be hearing clicks, bling, or something in the background, and that's notifications on my phone and other things, or if I'm clicking and using the internet, and I don't know why it does that. So anyway, y'all, okay, here I go, 2 minutes in. Now, first I wanted to talk about, real quick, now, we know about the Moesha, recent rumors, or the possibility of a Moesha reboot. Now, Moesha ended on a cliffhanger. They didn't have a final season. The last show was basically, I forgot Lamont's character, the actor played my character, was going with Brandy Tom, they were childhood friends, and there was a pregnancy test, and it was positive, but they didn't know it was that person, or who else it was, because, by that time, Maurice and all of them were in college, Courtney Bond's character, Kim had already left, and, already was on the Parkers with Monique and all that, and blah, 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 whatever, right? So, now, it's recently been reported as a possibility of a Moesha, sorry y'all, I'm going to Wikipedia page, or which page, reboot coming into play. Now, I have a few questions. Now, I watched it, Moesha, like Girlfriend, I watched a lot of the shows, and some of the, the shows came on the time that were also on WB. Like so UPM, now if y'all didn't know about it, it's now CW, which a lot of comics shows come on. I think All American come on, Black Lightning, with the Flash, and I think, isn't it the Flash or was it Green Lightning or both? Like I said, I don't watch those shows, but I just know the difference. But if y'all remember, UPN back in the day had a lot of comedy shows on there, just like WB had and stuff like that's where the Wayne Brothers show, God rest his soul, the legend Guy Witherspoon played the dad on there, Pops on there as well, and so forth. I mean, that was the main show. The Parenthood, Robert Thompson, I remember that came on as well. I can't think on the top of my head all the shows, but it was quite a bit. But Parenthood, I don't think they had a final season neither. It just seemed like they faded after a certain amount of years. Okay. So anyways, y'all, I'm kind of wondering if they do reboot. Okay, I have a few questions. Is Kim Parker going to come back? What are they going to do if they have the original characters, or is it going to be a station Moesha as an adult? Remember, Moesha's younger brother, how Ray J played Dorian, which would turn out to be your secret brother, or her and okay, I'm on Wikipedia page now because I'm on Miles' brother, but they thought that was his cousin. It turned out to be, that. So anyway, Lamont Billy, I forgot, was on both Parkers for a minute, and and the Parkers and Moesha one time, whatever. I forgot. It's been a minute, but God rest his soul. Remember, Lamont Bilty has passed away several years ago, and I think he had passed away. As I'm saying, it was in a car accident. They said, I remember it was a road accident. So God rest his soul. Also, too, we also know that Yvette Wilson, she was in really like seasons 1 through 5, played Andale. And she played she was in like the cafe owner where the high school kids should go at. And she was also on the Parkers as well. And she passed away from complications of cancer. So God rest her soul. So she's not there anymore. Niecy was still on there. Q, I think he'd been faded out of school. Okay, what's Ray J? Okay. These are people returning characters that were on, maybe consistent one time. But okay. Now, we know, God rest his soul, Bernie Mac probably wouldn't return if he was still even alive. Bernie Mac, was also Moesha's uncle, Frank's brother, and Dale's boyfriend, seasons 1 through 5. He's not here. Ricky Harris, which is also, he was there seasons 1 through 3. He was a comedian and actor as well. He also passed away. Like in 2000, when did he pass, y'all? Like, I'm asking, like, y'all gonna answer me back. He passed away in 2016, December 26th. That's Rara's birthday. Anyway, that's also Forrest Rock's birthday, actually, I think. I know her birthday is either on my Rara's birthday, or my sister's birthday. I know her birthday is around then, because she, brings it up, and that's when she takes a break off of YouTube, which I don't blame her. So anyway, but he passed away. Marilyn Zettel, he was only there for like season 1, couple episodes, first boyfriend, and guest versus phone. We all know, God rest his soul, Marilyn Zettel used to be, a teen star, and he was early 20s, and that tragic story, which I don't feel like saying and bringing up. Sorry, y'all, I moved for a second, I didn't have the phone. But what I'm saying is the story of what happened, he also tragically died as well. He died as well. So it's just that, also Lexus Fields, who is Kim Fields' sister, but I mean, she's not her sister. She was acting a lot, like in her teens, and like, like I said, she was like, in the Moesha when it got to, the later scenes, whatever. I mean, like, the later seasons. And I just remember that she was on there as well. And she was there from 46. They said, yeah. So, okay, Alexis Fields actually has been quit, there as well, okay? So, I mean, she's quit acting. She's like thinking Eternal Design, something like that. So she ain't acting no more. She minding her own business, okay? And, Brandon Quinton Adams, I'll just tell y'all real quick. He's still up with her, but if y'all remember, he was a childhood star. He used to be for a while, Different World. He was on The Sandlot. He was the original, like, the only black person beside. Actually, I think, wasn't Jesse, Lord, if I did listen to Alexander Waters say, "Sizzle man, who?" I could have sworn that. Let me look up which of the so many siblings that was on the Mighty Ducks. Because it was 2 black people. If y'all remember the Disney movie, The Mighty Ducks, not the damn cartoon, or when they made the second ones, and they just eliminated all the black remaining folks out of there. I used to have a crush on Brandon Adams when I was a kid. That was one of my crushes, was Brandon Adams. And he was a kid star, like kid star more so. I mean, and he played Mauritius' boyfriend in season 4. So, I don't know, I think he was just, like, there temporarily, because by that time, I ain't gonna lie, I was watching still Moesha, but not as much. I mean, I watched her, but, for example, y'all, I ain't gonna lie, if y'all remember Moesha, and you remember her dad had got her this new-ass car, whatever, right? And she wanted to sit there and earn her car, so she had one, the putt-putt cars, whatever, right, that she wanted to earn, and she was like, no, Dad, you keep the car. That's not damn reality. I'm sorry. Let me break it down to you, okay? Alright. Here's the problem with that. In real life, if a person is giving you a free car, whatever. Now, let's, for other reasons, I didn't like the show as much just because of that attitude, just because of her. Even just that thing, just the fact that her dad got a new car and she wanted to earn her own. Okay. Yeah, Jesse's soulmate was in the original Mighty Ducks. Continuation of character, Jesse. Yeah. Jesse May was in the first thing, and Brendan Adams was in the second. I know I'm just running off, but I'm just saying this. I was like, they first had two black folks and Black Money was one, but those two, they just had Brendan's character, and then I think I seen part 3, and he was gone too, okay? So, anyways, y'all, I'm just wondering how it's going to be about. And make it where, how is the reboot going to connect when it was left with a cliffhanger? Miles was kidnapped and stuff. Lil' Kim made a guest appearance and shit. I just want to know, how are they going to be able to continue on, if they do decide to do the reboot, how are they going to do it? How they're going to, damn near 12 years, I was 20, about damn near 20 years later, and pick up where, let's be for real, a lot of the reoccurring staff, some of them, like I said, are going to, the Parkers, which was the spinoff, basically. But a lot of, one of the main characters, a couple of the main characters passed away, okay? They up here with their wings and everything. You know what I mean? So, what I meant to say is that how are they going to make it successful? Now, I don't honestly know. I mean, I ain't going to lie. I haven't watched that show when it came on, but I did see a couple of shows here and there. But I know they got the spinoff. Is the show still running? I don't feel like we're competing it. They made a reboot of that there. Is Raven being a grown woman with kids, and her kids are psychic or something like that. Is that what that is? So, anyway. How they have these reboots. You got Full House, the Fuller House, and I wonder how that's going to go now. One of the damn main characters up there lying and photoshopping their child there, canoeing and shit to get into damn prestigious college and stuff. And then one of her daughters just pop up saying hi, hello on YouTube and stuff not too long ago. Okay, we're not going to get it, but I'm just saying this, is that how they're making all these shows reboot, okay? So I'm wondering how is that going to go. By the way, I know this is random, y'all, but I did, if y'all been watching these two friends, these two dudes actually from Canada, right? And they talk about different, topics, like current trends, current topics and stuff sometimes, right? But the commentary is funny a lot of times. And I've been called, they Abba and Preach, right? I didn't know, and I'm just going to keep it real, y'all, until last month. Because I've been following them, I think, at least about a minimum about a year or more when I found them on YouTube. And I thought they were Abba and Peach. Like the last name of one of the bros' name. I think one of them, I think one of them uses their first name, the other one used their last name. And I'm thinking one of their names, or, first last name was Peach. It's been Preach. Okay, this is the time. If it was no such as copyright, I swear I'll I'll have the sound effect as Reading Rainbow on here with my. I don't know why. I'll just not pay attention to their name. And for some reason I would never pay attention, but I finally pay attention now. Oh gosh. Anyway, like I said, y'all check out their channel as well. So here's another random thing. I was looking right before I came on, decided to do a video. It's almost 2 o'clock in the morning. You might as well say technically it's Saturday. I mean, it could be. It's still Friday night, even though it's 1:49 on what is December the 7th, Saturday. Okay, so anyways, y'all, I wanted to go ahead and do another podcast. Of course, I'm not showing my face. But I want to go ahead and do a podcast and just upload it probably later on. I know the last one I did, I kind of uploaded at 12. As soon as I did it, it's no big deal. I could just upload it or just wait a little bit later, and upload it. So I was watching, Watch Modo had a topic about child stars that left, the industry, the top 10 child stars. And I'm surprised, I looked, the first person talking about Jurassic Park, y'all, and I was like, you know what, that's one thing I didn't watch. Just like them damn 8 movies and shit. I have not seen none of the damn Jurassic Parks at all. I even seen The Land Before Time, even though this damn cartoon got dinosaurs, but I have never been interested in seeing Jurassic Park. Now, this is interesting, y'all. Here's the kicker. Now, I have seen a couple, I mean, also because I have in class, but I have seen a couple Star Wars films, okay? I'm more interested in that, even though I don't know all the stuff behind it, and I've seen it, like I said, the last, I think, damn movie I seen was with Jar Jar and Bar Bar, the prequel. But and I didn't know the Ewoks, how they look like cute-ass bears and shit, because they had a cartoon about them and stuff. I didn't know, I forgot if I watched something on YouTube or something like that. I didn't know Ewoks, are meat eaters, or the carnivores or something, or they eat other bears or something. I don't know what they were, but I didn't know they were like that. Okay, I thought they were cute, fuzzy-ass little animals that just take care of themselves and live in their own little village somewhere in Star Wars galaxy, okay? But yeah, I did not watch any Jurassic Park, and that's the first one. The top 10 was former young actress, in her life, and she's an artist and everything now. So it was interesting that none of the people that were on there, that, it was still an interesting countdown, but the person they had there, I thought, but I didn't know she still did a little acting, but not too much, but she did kind of leave the scene, whatever, was Zelda Harris, and I just found her YouTube because I Google Crooklyn, because really she kind of stayed out of the limelight too. But it was I'm not trying to make race issue, but it was no race issue, whatever. But it was no black child actresses that were there on the screen or whatever, and that stopped acting or whatever. Because, like I said, I only seen a couple films. Of course, if y'all don't know who Zelda Hill is, she actually was more so known and acting the free roles, but they're classics, such as Crooklyn. And if y'all don't know that scene, 1, 2, 3, okay, okay, y'all gotta see that. And the pop-up dog, and if you feel so, that was one of those funniest damn scenes. Even though, that's kind of sad when you think about it, because they actually killed it. Even though that dog was a jackass, but okay, spoiler alerts. See the movie quickly. Now, I'm also trying to see who else, but I think she's still a child anyway. But y'all remember that little girl who sat there and did, it's a movie that she did. She was only 6 or 5 years old, and she was nominated for an Oscar and stuff. And because I seen, of course, the original Annie and stuff. I haven't seen Pippi Longstocking, y'all. Pippi Longstocking, in real life, CPS child service would have been got her ass, okay? Because she living by herself, dad, you see here, she up here 11 years old with all this damn gold, living on a damn boat. Just the real reality of the thing. Okay, so anyways, I didn't see the new Annie. I didn't see the new Annie at all. I didn't see Jamie Foxx with Waterbush, with, the cute little, this time to have a black girl instead of, playing Annie and stuff. I did not see that at all. I was not entertained by seeing that, because the young lady played in the child. She's still a child. I'm trying to Wikipedia because I want to bring up the name without mispronouncing it. Because I ain't about to, but Wallace, I think, Little Princess, she's 16 years old. But, do y'all remember the movie that she won, that she possibly was The Beast of the Southern Wild? Now, I did see that. I did not see 12 Years a Slave. I ain't got time. Nope. She did play in Blackish, 5 episodes, so she's still... Lemonade, I don't know what movie that is. Trolls, I still never seen that movie. I know it's a kid movie, whatever. But, she's been doing more voice stuff, but she's been quiet. Once she did Beast of Summer Round, she kind of, 2012, 2014, 15, 16, then she took the Trolls, did the voice, in 2019. But, it's good for her to be, to be kids, because, that stuff, these kids, even for adults, being a certain thing, such as an entertainment film, could be overwhelming. So that's very understandable that it's probably good that she's not in that field like that too much. So, yeah. But it seemed like she's been, like I said, has not really been anything too much. But Beast of the Southern Wild, y'all, it seemed like one of those movies it was adapted loosely by a one-act play, Juicy and Delicious. It seemed like it was meant to be, it could have been possibly a book, and it would have been better as a book, because it was a good but bittersweet, um, a bittersweet, like movie. If y'all haven't seen it. And it was just so unique, but, okay. But like I said, it was something, but she played the heck out of that role. And she was, like I said, this little girl, like a 16, no, not a 6, like 4 or 5 year, I don't see, she but played the heck out of that role. But yet she played a role of somebody being so independent and by themselves, and, being, like I said. So, but anyways, y'all. Oh, she was in the Lemonade visual album. I didn't know she was in there. Oh, the Lemonade. I thought it was like a movie, movie, not, like, Beyonce's Lemonade. Okay. But anyways, y'all, just go on a random, random stuff. Also, too, y'all, I want to bring up, jumping off subjects, but it's something I brought up before. Now, Billy D. Williams, they were saying in the interview that he was admitting that he was gender fluid. And it was interesting to see other people on YouTube, who was commentators. And Timothy Blaine, which I watch on a regular, shout out to him, shout out to his channel, and Jaded Nerd. And both of them did commentary on also the Billy D. Williams, coming out in gender fluid. And they're like, okay, we're both, both of them, like I said, 2 separate videos, 2 separate channels. Both of them had both said, like, hey, we're both gay men. We don't even know what the heck a term of gender fluid. Can somebody tell us what the heck is going on? And it turns out, y'all, Billy D. Williams decided to clarify what he meant by those statements. Pretty much he meant, like, more so, it's just being in touch, a man being in touch is okay being in touch with his feminine side. But he's thinking, he don't even know what the hell gender fluid is, okay? And he like, what the hell? And they basically put words in my, because when looking back at it, y'all, when I looked at the statement and looked at, little times Google what he said, he never flat out said he is fluid in any way, fluid, he needs some oil fluid or nothing. Just, he didn't say anything that indicated, he flat out said that I'm gender fluid. And, I'm jumping again, y'all. I'm just letting y'all know. Could it go back to actually hearing this word gender fluid tonight, which actually this more could be applied, but this person, does not want to be called that. I was watching a clip from The Read, and they have a show originally from Kid Fury and Christy, and Kid Fury, originally I remember him was on YouTube, and then him and Chris, I hope I'm saying her name, Christy, they have a show that usually you can find, I don't know what's the other outlet, but their main outlet is on SoundCloud for their show, The Read. They still do that, and now they have a show on, I think, the Fuse Network. So they had, like an extra stint to see. I got it on my DVR, y'all, but I have not watched like their shows yet. And I ain't gonna lie, I haven't listened to their podcast consistently in a while. Actually, a long ass time. Let's keep it real. But anyway, they were talking about the Flame Monroe interview, and T.S. Madison, like I said, was their guest, and also, like I said, she has a YouTube channel as well. Check her out. But T.S. Madison was explaining, as far as the pronouns, she prefers the she pronouns. She's not, going to go by rules. But she was saying that actually she feels, that based on what Flame Monroe says, which is in her, he, she, we, because Flame Monroe does not mind being called either she or he, because Flame Monroe says, I'm a daddy at home, I'm only 4 hours, a trip, even I got these boobs, I've added on, I'm only in the character as transgender, but he identifies transgender, but T.S. Madison said, really, that's kind of more so gender fluid because, that's going by multiple names, or not just sticking with one gender, and that's, like I said, that's a whole nother, that's a whole nother subject, y'all. But yeah, y'all, going back to Billy D. Williams, but like I said, Flamin' Roll, just before I go back on the Flamin' Roll, could identify gender fluid, but Flamin' Roll does not. So it's all about, when it comes to certain topics such as that, it's all about what does the person's pronouns want to be called. And like I said, and then this new non-binary uh, gender thing, like I said, that's something new. So, like I said, Billy D. Williams' words were taken out of contents, and, he's not gender fluid. He's smooth like Hope 45. Okay, that's it. So, anyways, y'all. This is Saturday. It's officially the first week of December. We got tomorrow, which is Sunday. But, y'all, like I said, if I'm going to catch up or start with these shows, the real reality is, with this first week about to be gone, I don't have time to be on some BS, some bull skip, as my YouTube cousin Stanley Lynette, the Millie Love America Company, Randy TV Reviews and Life with Us, I think that's named their blog channel, check out the channel as well, says bull skip, or bull skip, I think I forgot, skip, whatever. I can't sit here and keep saying that I'm going to make you go when already the first week of December is gone. So that means if I'm going to make up this channel and make up these reviews and possibly add one or two shows, and especially if I'm going to possibly review Love and Hip Hop New York, I have to be on the ball. If I'm going to do it, I'm going to do it. If I'm not, if I'm just going to do podcasts for a while or wait until next month, but I don't want to do that. I want to be able to catch up and use this month to catch up with everything. And that way, Kuste, it's not because it's a new year next month. I just want to be able to catch up with stuff. Like I said, I've been able to be consistent with this particular series so far. And that's what I want to do. The shows that I was reviewing, I want to review in a couple of shows, even like I said, it's damn near, I don't know, like 1/3 of the season. I still want to do that show. And I'm like, it's just a time now I feel like if I want to catch up with the shows now, I need to catch up with the shows or discontinue and wait till the next season. And I don't want to do that. I want to be able to continue what I'm doing. But like I said, that is up to me. Because if I'm not going to do it this month, I pretty much should just be at a standstill until the next time new shows stand up and stuff. And I don't, want to do that. So, yeah. So, the reality is like, okay, the first week of December is gone. If I have enough strength, whatever, I'll figure it out, And that's that. But anyway, y'all, it's not a thing whereas, of course I'm still dealing, like I said, what I'm dealing with in terms of the HS sometimes, and try to make sure that I don't get sick because the weather is yo-yoing back and forth, so my bronchitis and / asthma doesn't flare up. Because January, y'all, now last January it didn't flare up, and the one before that, but like I said, it's done that a couple times in January when I first started, where it will try to flare up or has flared up to a point where I had to go to the ER and get breathing treatments from there. So I'm not trying to, go back there to the ER period anytime soon. So, yeah. And like I said, I already had 2 weeks where I had to fight off possibly going to the ER in mid-September. Okay, y'all, that was a little notification. So, so if y'all heard that, like I said, it is not the device that y'all are hearing my lovely voice on. Anyway, besides that, it really wasn't, not to say it wasn't stuff going on, it really wasn't a lot going on at the same time. You know what I mean? Like, it was just one of those weeks where, you get in for new week. If y'all into horoscopes and stuff like that, like I said, Susan Miller, check her out. She has a nice free one every month, and she's starting December, and it's supposed to be a good month for every sign. That don't mean everything's accurate, even though she's very accurate, but it's some nice stuff and so forth. And we don't have Mercury retrograde this month. Thank God for that. Okay. But other than that, I think I'm going to get off here because I have nothing else to really talk about. And I don't like the point where I'm kind of like just dead air or repeating myself or sounding like a robot. Y'all, before I get over here, y'all, speaking of robots, did y'all remember that little show that came on? But I remember it, but I don't remember they had a damn ending. That's just like I found out, like, I used to watch L, but didn't know the content because it was just like a, ugly ass puppet, but a cute, ugly ass puppet at the same time. I realized this. I didn't know Alf really didn't have an ending neither, and he got actually caught by the alien people and, the conspiracy, I didn't know all that. And remember a show they don't talk about, but I remember it was several years ago they were having like rumors. I forgot what it was. Do y'all remember that show called Small Wonder? Small Wonder was like this family, and it was kind of like one of the first damn like shows, and they had this android daughter, and I think that's why I liked it, the show, even though I didn't understand what the hell was going on with the show, because I didn't know it was over 4 seasons, because it was, just like Silver Spoon, and I try to, This Is Where I Live didn't come on the right time, no, but they had adopted daughter, chronicles family robots engineer who screws like a robot model after you girl. Android. That's pretty much what it was. And it was a family, and they had some real kids, and then they had a reunion. But I don't recall if they had, because it was popular. I mean, to me, I don't even know if it was popular like that, because nobody really brings up that damn show too much. But I don't recall that they had a show, like like a final show, and they just canceled. But what I'm saying is, y'all, like looking at like certain shows, talk about the top 10 shows of this time or top 10 that's once in a while. That is not a show that kind of like stood out. I remember it, but I don't remember them having anything said. Just like, come to think about it, Different Strokes, that tragedy kind of, for the actors, how it ended. I don't even know they had like a damn ended season. Again, I'm talking about old media stuff, shows, whatever. But Stupid Spoons, I don't even know they had a damn final season of that show. Little kid, Richard get up there driving his own personal train through the damn house. Yeah, that too. But anyway, y'all, before I get off here, I know this is so random, but this was also part of the 10, going back again earlier, when I was talking about the 10 stars who left Hollywood, after a certain amount of time. Remember that damn movie, The Never-Ending Story? That was a classic just with the damn song. Never-Ending Story. That's all y'all getting. Because it's not the fact, because I know I can't sing word for damn, but like I said, even if I was already monetized back on YouTube, I'm not taking any chances of sitting here and going past 2 seconds, okay? That is all y'all getting. You got the flying, puffy, fluffy ass looking dragon and stuff in there, and it wasn't the actor that played, like, I guess the young boy that played, not the one like inside and never story, but the young boy reading and stuff. I don't know, y'all. As you see, I'm going back to late 80s, late 80s baby stuff and early 90s stuff, whatever. But yeah, y'all, I just brought it up also because not only do I want to talk about it, but starting again with like, how are they going to do the Moesha reboot? And how do y'all feel about reboots? Do you feel they're necessary? Do you feel they're worth investing? Do you feel like reboots in a way are not worth it? Or, some people, you bring up nostalgia. Oh, Lord, I hope I'm saying that right. But what I mean by this is that, are the reboots worth, like, certain shows? Now, I can understand, like, a reboot if they're giving an end, like finishing up a popular show, a show that was popular in the numbers, and they do enough survey because a couple surveys, things be biased and there's errors because the the amount of people you got and so forth and other issues. But what I'm saying is, it's like, okay, do you think it's too late? Consider circumstances, they do a Moesha reboot. Do you think it's too late to do a reboot? Or how they're going to put all this together? You know what I mean? Just like these shows, just like, for example, I was bringing up, I think it was the episode before last, the podcast. I think it was episode 58 or 57. I'm not trying to sit here and say y'all listen to a couple of them, so, y'all can, keep listening with it. I'm not trying to put, but seriously, I just talked about, like, not too long ago, like, the thing is, it's like how B2K didn't have, like, several albums together. But yet, the possibility, they still were in demand if that mess didn't happen. If they wanted to go back on tour again for round two, didn't even add the international tour, they could have did that. And how they were high in demand. But here's the group Immature, and this is a group I seen twice, like I said, concert when I was a kid, and they were, we're around the same age, whatever, during there. But I seen them twice in concert. It's one of the few concerts that I've seen in my life. But I seen the Immature concert. And, this is when, they were popular and stuff. And then, like I said, Marcus used both times. He had that bumper, he had that, silk press with the bump curls at the bottom. That hair. That's when, that's, I think Smooth was on there too. What's his name? Sister of the rapper, whatever. I didn't know she was a kid starting out neither. I forgot how I found out or seen some clip, whatever. I thought she was a grown-ass woman, the stuff that she was talking about. And it was just, again, promoting the child. Because it was some talk shows that was showing how disgusting it was to have this girl on here talking about, sex and stuff. And she's a kid. And I didn't know Smooth was, Chris' sister. I'll leave it as that. Y'all look it up who the hell I'm talking about as far as Chris, whatever. You know what I mean? But, oh, there we go, another damn notification. But anyways, y'all, I'm about to get out of here. But like I said before, that threw me completely off. But like I said, it's about men. Like I said, Immature had hits as well. But Immature was not, like, as popular as and they came out years, their popularity was, in the mid-90s. B2K came out like the mid-2000s. But not to say just because it's a difference of the popularity piece, because like I said, there's still popularity piece for several groups that came out years ago, and they still can sell out, or, sometimes sell, if they not sell out arenas, they still can sell out places where they still make some nice, I'm not going to say change, we make some bands, make some nice money, okay? Make some bags, not just a bag, some bags, okay? So, but, them even being on this show, I don't know if they're going to come out with a new album, or anything, but to be honest with you, with Love and Hip Hop, them being on the show, it didn't help, like, say, wanted, to be the man. Now, if it be more than the man. Now, say, if Omarion wanted to add them to the tour, I don't know, I guess maybe they're not close like that. Maybe that could have been arranged, and they could have been part of the Millennium Tour. But technically, even though they could have been added, Immature, I could have sworn, was not really popular as a group, in the Millennium. You know what I mean? Like, they kind of fizzled out. Excuse the pun. Speaking about what I'm talking about, fizzled out. Before the early, before B2K came into the picture. Yeah, Marcus usually, like I said, was, I think, and You Got Served, because like I said, I didn't see all the movie. I know it was a good ending, blah, blah, blah. I hear that once in a while I think about it doing it for Little Saint, but I've never seen the whole entire movie, so I don't know. I just seen, like, bits and pieces of it. So, as far as I'm concerned, I did not see the movie. But like I said, they're not as high as demand as, as like B2K. But like I said, they could have been part of Millennium Tour, but not be part of Millennium Tour, because like I said, I know they had Stay With Me Tonight, they came in as IMX and had one song, but they were not as popular as they were when they were teens, and, they were still jailbait and stuff like that, whatever. Or, just kids. That's when they had their hits, like Please Don't Go, I Would Never Lie, those songs. So, like I said, it's just that also depends what shows they should make as a reboot. Like I said, it's the same, like I said, starts as far as certain groups. And even like I said, what songs they play on the radio, like as far as, because not to say just because a song is not played on the radio or it's not out, or does not mean it's a good song. There's plenty of songs, as you know, this is the term you say, underrated songs / underrated artist, underrated talent. So, but yeah. But anyway, y'all, hugs and loves. God bless. I'll see y'all. Probably will be another podcast soon. But let me get out of here. And, like I said, it's 2-something in the morning. I'm about to wrap up anyway. And I only got like 4-something minutes left. And like I said, y'all, see y'all in the next one. Night, night. Yeah, well, it is at nighttime.